if that was even an option that is available, why is it that the same government that has been ruling since 1994, that is the same government that was not able to go and do anything to white people who woke up one day in 2016 and conducted a national shutdown in all major national roads of South Africa and called it Black Monday? There was not one police that was ever deployed to any of the spots. The N3 between Durban and Johannesburg, Durban and Bloemfontein, Durban, KZN and Free State, between Free State and Mpumalanga, between Mpumalanga and Gauteng, was brought to a to a total stop. N1 between Joburg and Polokwane, between N4 between Pretoria and Mbombela and Mpumalanga, N1 between N1 and N4 between Rustenburg and Pretoria was brought to a dead stop. There was no movement. N2 in Western Cape from Cape Town to the Garden Route, N2 in KZN, the same. Where were these people that are about security concern of the country? What have we done by speaking on things that General Mkhwanazi has spoken about? What have we done on speaking on things that General Mapanga has spoken about? What have we done on speaking on things that former Chief Justice Mogoeng has spoken about? What have we done by speaking on things that Collins Litswalo, Road Accident Fund CEO, has spoken about? What have we done by speaking on things that Lucky Montana, as the former CEO of PRASA, has spoken about? Have we reached now the time of H.E.R in South Africa under the dispensation of Ramaphosa that is currently running South Africa? I am not. And I want you guys to know, if I disappear, I would have been kidnapped by Amapolisa, by Amachoni, by state security agencies, agency officials. I would have been kidnapped by people that are sent by our government, because I've already picked up that I have been targeted. I've received more than 3 calls that are coming from people that tell me I am being watched under the pretext of the fact that I am instigating. Where have I instigated? Where have I instigated? And if that is the case, if I have instigated, what have I instigated by doing? If mine is echoing things that have been said by General Mkhwanazi, why are they not arresting Mkhwanazi? Because via Moyika, General Mkhwanazi, why are citizens being silenced? Why are citizens being silenced? Not every South African is going to have the opportunity of being a high-ranking general in the police service of South Africa in order for him or her to be respected enough for her voice or his voice to be allowed to be spoken, to be allowed to be heard. Not every South African is going to be a high-ranking police general and have authority and have power and have a way of protecting themselves to not be touched by his colleagues. Not all of us are going to wake up and become General Mkhwanazi. Why is the voice of the citizens being silenced? And why is government sending and instilling a fear-mongering threats that are synonymous with the erstwhile apartheid government and the H.E.R regime? If it was wrong then, that government would silence the citizens. What makes this government of the ANC to be correct that it must silence us as the people of South Africa? What wrong have I said by speaking on things that many South Africans have got no open platform, big platform that they can express their views on? What's wrong with my voice being used as a voice that carries the voices of other South Africans? What wrong have I done by carrying the voices of my fellow countrymen and women? What wrong have I done by carrying the voices of people that there is no leader who wants to listen to them? What wrong is that? What wrong did I commit by doing that? Which law did I contravene? Which law did I break? I want you guys to know, I will not surrender. I will not retreat, and I will not be silenced. The only silence that the government of Ramaphosa will get from me is through killing me, as they intend to do. And now I can say it. They intend to assassinate me. Why am I receiving calls that are threatening me? Why am I receiving calls that are threatening me? Yes, I don't have the state resources that they have. I don't have the protection that they enjoy. I do not have the power that they have. And if it means I will leave my children as young as they are because someone needed to speak for our country, so be it. So be it. But to think you will silence me by fear, that one is not going to happen. I watched, I read, I saw the torment, the torture, the suffering, the pain, the hurt that was instilled on Winnie Nomzamo Madikizela. I watched, I read, I saw, I heard of the pain, the suffering that they instilled on Steve Bantu Biko. I watched, I heard, I read, I saw the pain, the torture, the suffering, and the hurt that they did on Solomon Mahlangu. Why would I think I'm special? Why would I think I'm special? But whoever thought that the same tactic would be used by our own government on us, because our government no longer want to hear our voices. Our government no longer want to hear our voices. Our government does not want to only to kill us as South Africans by rendering our country into a total, slump. Our government is even prepared to eliminate those of us that still have the courage to speak. And I am saying, the only road for me to reach my grave, if it's not natural death, it will be because the government of Ramaphosa have sent people to kidnap and kill me. And that is the intention that already is underway. Tomorrow, I'm definitely going to do a video addressing President Ramaphosa on what his people are doing to me. We know what Patricia, the whistleblower, Patricia Mashao, we know what she's going through. We know how many other whistleblowers have been killed in this country. We know how many other people have disappeared in this country. We know how our government, if they can silence you by buying you, and they failed to do that to me. They've not succeeded to buying me and buying my truth by silencing me, by giving me money and things and whatnot. I've refused all kinds of offers that all the kinds of carrots that they've dangled in front of me in order for me to be silent. They have now gotten clear that they want me dead and they are going to eliminate me. And I want South Africans to know, when I disappear, when you no longer see me, when you no longer hear from me, when my children do not have access to my social media pages because my phones would have been taken, you must know that the government of the day is after me.